Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Mond looks to throw on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Mond. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Harris returning. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He gets away from 1. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. Oh, the spin. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Pats have taken the early lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bond going to throw it. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, they go play action here. Mon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. 2nd and 10. Mon now off of play action. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Jones. And that's complete to Adams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, Jacobs. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Jones throwing on 4th down. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Jones. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
36 to Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Jacobs. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. He hits Adams complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. No problem there on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a throw here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Mon. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
The defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mond looks to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jones throw taken in by Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back, a fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here hauled in by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's third and long. Here's Jones throwing on third and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now, that'll be caught by Cup, and he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.